apologize first. I got some feedback. Not many people, but few ask what's happening with your YouTube. Is it back? Is it still functioning? Actually, it does. So from our last episode, something happened. I think I had a burnout, but I'm okay now. I feel better. I'm back, and all that. And then, what is happening? Just also to explain, I'm currently using Work Office. So I don't have, for now, I don't have enough time to be able to like upload and then give you guys like any any episode anytime. And also where I am, there's days where I don't come in, there's days where I come, and it's so difficult where I can come, but I don't have an access for the keys. Um, because also I wanted to upload something on July, but because schools were closed and all that, I was like, okay, no, it's fine. Let me just settle, not stress, and then when everything is like working functionally, I'll be keeping you guys posted with everything. So I have good news. So I decided, cause next month I'm doing something for the ladies. Um, I wanted like July. I'm just gonna send one episode for you guys. So I have a testimony. Um, just So today is more like I'm I'm speaking about the grateful heart, and also the thoughts. Not actually the thoughts, like the double-minded. To have a double-minded mind during your, certain season where you need something, you're like, oh God, I want that, but you feel like deep down, I can't have that. Why would I have that? Um, like I can't reach to that goal. Like when you look at your finance, when you look at what can I say? Maybe like your area, like impilo yakho, there's you see like there's a lot going on, and yeah. So I will share my testimony. To me, it's a testimony. So is it when COVID started? No, actually last year. Um, anyway, also when COVID started, so I had like a contract where I work. So it was like a year contract, and um, also last year, 2021, it was still like they also gave me another year contract. And yo, I was a bit worried. No, that's not the story. I'm sorry. Before COVID starts, that year was it 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think so. What happened? I had a 6 month contract actually. I basically work for a church. It's amazing. I have an amazing co-workers here. Yeah, it's like my other family. So yeah, I had a 6 month contract. They can correct me if in future they watch this. And COVID starts. Hey, people lose like a lot of. I mean, people lost their jobs and all that. And so, because I couldn't work, and I tried to work from home, but where I am was so impossible. I thought I was gonna lose my job, but I didn't. God had grace over Impilo Yami, and yeah, I guess He showed up. When around, I think it was around August, where everything was like settling, where we moved from levels 1, 3, 5, whatever government was putting us into. I went back to work, and also, yo guys, it's still also testimony. I was getting paid during that time, which was amazing for me. I felt like I'm doing like 1% of the work I should be doing, but I was like getting paid like full, like everyone else. And it just came into my surprise. I was like, God, what's happening? I don't think I should be like getting this and all that, just putting all the doubts in my mind and all that. And I felt like when we open, they will see their finance, and and try and say, I'm sorry, we have to like take some stuff out. But when they came back, they just renew my contract just to finish the whole year of 2020. And I was like, okay, that's amazing, God. But also, I'm like, I'm in fear and in doubt. Like, okay, how is this gonna work? Before I left, someone called me, not like through a phone, like in a meeting, and say, hey, we're gonna give you another contract, but this one is gonna be like a year, like your whole 2021 you'll be working with us. I was like, Aibo, the grace is coming again. Um, so yes, this is my testimony, guys. Yeah, I was so happy and I was so surprised. This actually comes in my mind this year because I remember I was so battling, like, okay, first of all, it's COVID, everyone is losing their job, and also what I'm doing, like it's media, and also media during COVID, it was hard to work, like media people, like if you know in the media somewhere else, you know, it was like so hard to find a job. Everyone is like taking stuff out because you could see so many events were not happening. Like there was a lot going on. And when they came to me again and like they say we're gonna give you another contract, how do you feel about that? I was like, anyway, guys, I don't think I've anyway like literally to go. So yes, can I have it? I'm happy. I would love to work with you guys again. And then it happened. And then this year when it started, so last year they didn't say anything to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm losing my job. But no one is saying anything. So, cause it's church. If you know how Sunday service function, you have an idea of mine. But obviously you don't know about the production team and media team, how they handle stuff and all that. See, like you always have to be there and all that. Like we close late, and which is understandable. But the church is not supposed to be closed. But okay, we all need to rest and also have time with our family. I believe Jesus had the same thing, right? You can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, back to my story. So they didn't say anything, and I was like, Aibo, Jesus, talk to them. I'm burning here. I'm sinking into doubt. Oh yes, okay, no. I'll just carry on with my story. And I was so scared to be honest. And especially 2021 because they didn't say anything until the last day at work. And I was like, okay, Jesus, you're also not saying anything because I'm praying here, I'm fasting, I'm crying, but you're not saying anything. So my manager came to me and said, oh no, actually, she didn't come to me. I texted her and I said, hey, I'm not sure next year if I'm coming back, but I see that I'm still in the group chats. We're still like, conversation is still the same. No one is like calling me into offices, maybe just saying, okay, we're still renewing your contract or, kind of vibe. And she said, no, you're coming back. You're working with us again. I was like, okay. Honestly, I don't know if she was speaking out of faith or she had an idea of what was going on. And I've never asked her. But I was still like a bit scared, even though she spoke. But because I didn't sign anything saying, okay, you're coming back. You're working with us. And then I came back. It was so brave of me showing up knowing that my contract ended last year. So I came back. Okay, there's a staff devotion that we have in the beginning of year where we meet. We just have a social together and all that, which is fun and amazing. Okay, no one said anything again. Okay, I went home. I'm coming back the next week to work. I think I stayed for like a month, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think I felt, no, actually. I don't remember when I got the email. And then I got the email, and the email said, the contracts. Hey, Kosi Gupeka, how are you? Okay, this is your contract, and you're gonna work with us permanently. And on that time, guys, what I did last year, I started opening savings account. And opening that, knowing that I'm not working anywhere else permanently, it was also like bothering me. Like it was putting me into like pressure and all that. But I spoke to someone, and also I was reading this book that time, and I just had to be brave and like do everything. Like it says, do it afraid. It's just Maya. She's amazing, and so I had to be brave and listen to her, and also the scriptures she puts here in the quotes. So I had to be brave and do it afraid. I went. I think it was March. Yes, I went. I opened in savings account. I was like, God, whatever it's happening, you will sort out my finance, because actually I'm just that type of person. I depend on God. It doesn't matter what is it or what I'm facing. I'll be like, actually I've come in my life into a point where, like any area of my life, like God, you see I'm lacking there. Okay, God, what's happening? I'm just having long conversation with my God. And so when I started investing, also I was so afraid, cause I don't have a permanent job, and I kept getting contracts. So it did help me. You can get it, um, read it, and find courage. So here she's more talking about um, to overcome fear, to overcome doubts. I think like doubts and fears like one and the same thing. I think when it's getting to a point of fears, like you're really battling with something. And there's a quote here by Norman Vincent Peale. I hope I'm just spelling the last name perfect. When you're afraid, do the things you're afraid of, and soon you will lose your fear. And this year just come in my senses that Haibo, anything is possible with God, actually. Yes, we have doubts. We walk through some some season needing something from God. I know people trusting for finance. I'm still trusting for more finance, to be honest. And also working in contract with a contract in a company, not being permanent, and moving, and God moving me um, to a permanent contract. Because also I was so afraid, especially when the year ended. I was like, okay, if they don't take me back, because I didn't have plan B, to be honest. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna cover my savings and all that? So yeah. And I have few scriptures and few um, page that's actually all of them are great. If you read the whole book, everything is great. But this one of the quotes and verses that like helped me, pushed me, to have faith in in a double-minded state. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't even know if that's English, but yeah. Yeah, I can call it like that. To have faith in a double-minded state, because it was so difficult. Imagine opening an account and knowing that you're working in contracts. You must be brave. I was afraid. So when you're afraid, do the things you are afraid, and soon you will lose your fear of it. And 2022, I mean 2022, here I am. I don't even have any fear about what I had, what I experienced in the past 2 years. And you see, I think some other things could just really need us to push and to stay with that little leap of faith. It's all it takes. And I'm just reading this. It's the quote by Norman Vince Peale. I hope I'm reading the last name correctly. I don't have fear anymore, Because I know I'm here, I'm working permanently. Even though the first month when they sent me a contract, I was battling, maybe like I'm dreaming. When you just receive something, but like no, it can't be, and all that. And also I have few chapters that I went to. So the first chapter of this book is chapter prayer. And also another chapter I went through in this book was chapter 16. It's basically say doing afraid. There's Joshua 1 verse 9 there. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go, Kosi. So yeah. And it's an amazing book that saves me. Yeah, and also I just saw a quote here. It's saying I was wasting my life waiting for fear to go away, but fear doesn't go away. You have to fight it. And that time, I think it was the time where I should be praying to God. And also, which I did. I just don't know, guys. Hey, listen to. They have their own things in this Velezenze and all that. And then also have another second scripture, which is in Romans. We know a lot of Christians know the scripture. It's like it's been preaching to church for like 1,000 times a year. It's Romans 12 verse 2. Do not. Okay, it's the chapter 4 of the book. Fearful thoughts and words. So it says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but transform by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is. His good and pleasing and perfect will. So God is not here to hurt us. It's just what we think and what we face in life. We might come into a point where we see like God is not there, but He is, guys. Please believe me. God is there. He's willing to fight your battle. There's a scripture I think said, let them. No, I'm just saying it wrong, but it's more like don't carry your burdens. Give them to God. God can make your weights feel less, and also just sort out your goals for you in a state where He knows that you'll be able to carry this, or any work or any assignment or anything that will. I don't know what your goals in life, but I have my own goals and I've been giving them to God. And some list God was like, okay, I'm sort of have to write this up. I was like, why? I want that. I think that's like amazing. But God was like, no, this will be better for you. And trust God when it comes into a point in life. God is asking you to let go of something, where God is asking you to focus on this, then leave that. Because I've been into a certain point in my life where there's the things I saw like, okay, that could make me money, but God was like, no, rather go this way, because He has perfect plan. He can't hurt us with the plan. Obviously, we're in the world. We must work hard. I know it sucks to wake up, especially in winter. It's so annoying, but you gotta wake up. You gotta do something. God can't work for you. He's in the heavens. Remember, you're here on earth, and you have to work for yourself. And then my last quote, at C.S. Lewis, gratitude looks to the past and love to the present. Fear, lust, ambition look ahead. So there's a lot we can face. The past is gone. You can't fix the past. That's the thing. But the only thing you can fix is the future. Yeah, to be honest, when this year started, I had a lot of plans. And to be honest with you guys, I've just done 10% of it. And that is so wrong, because I've been given given opportunities, and I had my chances, but because of fear, not that I don't have fear, I still do, of fear and having doubt of how how am I gonna get there? Jesus, look at this. Are you sure it's this thing is like the assignment that I should be doing? Is that my job? Really, God? Um, is that is was I mean like is my finance was supposed to be like that this year? But you can't see God. There's a lot happening, and also the first quote I read here, which is speaks about fear. Um, it might be God really giving you that task, and He knows that you can do it. Yes, there are many people, but God saw you and believed in you, and um, He will stand by your side in any road. And if someone can tell you something, as I said, my manager said to me, "Oh, yes, you are coming to work with us." I didn't believe it until I saw it. I had a bit doubt. I had a lot of doubt. But I did have faith because I showed up. Um, I was there even knowing in my mind, okay, you don't have a contract to say you here. You're working with us this year and all that. And yeah, hey guys, I hope I'm not long and just to apologize for that. But please, have something you're doubting and also just give it to God. I'm sure God knows us better than we think we know ourselves. God knows us better than our mothers and fathers or friends or whatever. And yeah, so go do it afraid. Start whatever you need to start. Plan. And be grateful. Have a grateful heart. Do everything with a grateful heart. And yeah, just fight fear. Fight fear. That's my testimony, guys. There's also another testimony coming. It's just it hasn't come into real life, but it's coming, and I'll be sharing with you before this year ends. That's what I think. Okay.